That was Weird Hings by Dunt. Excellent tune. Sent in by Southside Deluxe as well. This is Mr. Bo's label. Fantastic tune. Loved it.
It sounds like a typical Friday night in a kitchen.
Right.
Just somebody's drunk, fawing about,
right.
hitting pots and pans and that.
Mm-hmm. Kind of dubsteppy tune. Nice.
That wasn't a criticism.
No.
That was a praise.
That's a good thing for Craig.
Aye.
So Craig, are you ready to start the podcast?
Aye.
Blamology. I got that.
Woo!
I got that on point as well. That was fucking beautiful. Loved it.
And an extra woo for you
and
getting
an
it
extra
on point.
woo for everybody as well. That's fucking
Yes,
fantastic.
so this is the second podcast we've done today.
It certainly is.
First one was 2 hours long.
Aye. It's well, it was longer as
And
well.
right on time. What's this came in the street?
What? Oh, the bin lorry. That's perfect. Aye, perfect timing, lads. Aye, so we done
A Thursday night delight, mate.
Oh, aye. We done a podcast earlier with an English teacher she used to ply her trade at Buckhind High School.
She wasn't your teacher, but we knew of her.
We knew of her. We know her mum more than anything else for the Kennedy Shed. Good old Annis.
Aye, the legend.
Shouts to Annis. We did ask.
Who will hopefully be coming on the podcast at some point.
So has that been confirmed or like not?
Nowhere near it. She's totally denying it, but we'll get there.
Right, that'd be cool, man.
Just need to get her drunk.
The other person's against it though.
Aye.
Totally not into it.
I said I'd stop badgering her.
Right. Downside.
The old Margaret, she's dope.
Old Margaret. Would be amazing to get on the podcast with Annis as well.
Aye, because they're both legends.
Oh, aye, that'd be brilliant, man. So aye, we've a English teacher podcast earlier. She now is working at Beath High School, Gordon Beath. So aye, interesting chat. We spoke about loads and loads of stuff. We had like big questions that like, we'd think that parents would want to ken. Another thing we totally forgot to ask was when the schools go back.
Aye.
And like what the schedule is and stuff like that. Cause that was
Were you not speaking to her a wee bit before I came down
just
the stair?
before you came down the stair, I asked her if you could maybe speak about that and try and get that sorted out. And she said, I would try my best.
What did she say?
I can't remember. Brilliant, isn't it? High class journalism for us, man.
Was she in favour of it though?
What, the school's opening?
Aye.
Fuck aye.
Right.
Defo.
Because
I mean, as a teacher, you kind of have to be getting paid.
But you're getting paid anyway.
You're getting paid even during the COVIDs.
Right, you've been furlough, right?
Furlough, I guess.
Then again, that's 80% of a teacher's pay.
It is, aye.
To be fair, I reckon my teachers are paid. I've got no idea.
I
was about to
just going to say, no, they get paid. No.
I was going to say, they get paid quite a lot, but I reckon
Man's get paid.
I've got no idea they could be on $8,000 a year. No idea, no clue. They shouldn't be. I doubt that.
Aye. Well, that's it now anyway. Michaela Sullivan interview, English teacher. Brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed that actually.
I did, aye.
The funny thing is that the minute she came in, she was totally like, oh my god. Like, our anxiety kicked in a wee bit when she seen like the setup we had.
Aye, because we're super dope.
Aye. So I says,
super
listen.
dope fresh.
So I said,
fucked it.
Aye.
There you go.
Turned it off. Unbelievable. So I forgot about the samples there. Can't be doing
What's that got to do with what I said?
I can't mind. Not again. I'm drinking, mate.
You've had
I've had three sips of a half bottle and I'm losing the plot here.
Aye.
I've not drank for ages though, last weekend.
No, it's been at least 7 days.
Aye.
Wasted.
Totally. It's probably been 6. It was like last Friday that I got a drink, so... Oh no, it was last Saturday, so it's been less. Aye, it's been 6. Crazy, unbelievable.
Were you never drunk at school?
No, I didn't think so. I was stoned at school, plenty of times.
Well, you not fucking bring that up for? I put myself out there like a junkie.
I did. I literally told her. I was stoned at school.
Mate, I got cocaine stuck in my nose or something.
I mean, it will be cocaine.
Aye.
No other reason.
It can't possibly just be. I need to blow my nose.
Aye, nah. Couldn't be
It's
any of
cocaine.
that shit.
Aye.
Not in the slightest. So, do you remember what we said we're going to be doing this week?
I did. Yes, I do remember.
Yes.
Aye.
Are you ready to do it?
Oh, we're actually still doing it?
Aye.
I thought we were going to scrap that and talk about Brian Carlin instead.
Well,
I just assumed
the Mark Norman thing.
Ah.
Alright, so you don't want to do that anymore? We could talk about Brian Carlin. I'm not sure how many podcast listeners will have heard of Brian Carlin.
Well, we didn't need to. I don't care. We're just here.
Aye.
We're killing shit. We're on the fucking BTN Media podcast, mate. This is it. It's the big time.
That's it. I think we're going to have a guest later on. He's no back to me, but we should. Might have a guest. We'll see what happens.
Fuck him. Who cares?
We'll
fucking fill the time here. We'll just talk spraff pish.
Spraff, mate.
We've already talked for 2 hours about nothing. We could fill another 2 hours. Fuck it. We'll wait till Jock comes in. That's 3 hours away.
Alright, so let's talk about Brian Carlin.
Aye.
Brian Carlin got into a wee bit of trouble. I don't know you want to go through the accusations if you give me time to find them?
Sure.
Aye. The accusations were kind of...
There was a few, weren't there?
I mean, let's
one was that... I remember one easy, because it was easy.
Right, if you go through
and that one was that he gave somebody stage time for a sexual favour.
Right.
Which, maybe... I wouldn't have thought Brian Carlin was big enough to be able to do that.
Well, that's it. I think he's big enough in the sort of LA comedy scene to do that. But in a sort of worldwide case, maybe no.
But Brian Carlin's sort of like... He follows Brendan Schaub. No, he doesn't. Brendan Schaub follows him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's not that well known, is he?
No, really. The allegations span back to 1999 when former Mad TV cast member Catherine Fior Tigerman, I'm going to shift it in a bit, alleges Cullen raped her. Tigerman told The Times that she watched the allegations against Dalia play out last month, and when Cullen's name began to be mentioned, she felt relief and thought, oh, I'm not myself in this. I finally feel powerful against him, and if I can give that feeling to somebody else, that would be great. Like Tigerman, 3 other women shared their allegations against Cullen in detail with The Times. A former American Apparel employee named Rachel Green, not to be confused with the women for Friends, accused Cullen of pinning her against...
I'm quitting this podcast.
Accused Cullen of pinning her against the dressing room wall in 1999 and kissing her, which she immediately reported to her co-workers. Claire Ganshart, who was an aspiring actress when she met Cullen in 2012, when she was 23 and working at a New York coffee shop, said she had a 4-hour affair with Cullen while he was married, and he told her in 2016 that women have a biological primal desire to be raped. Come on, mate.
Right, that one's bullshit.
Aye. A comedian named Tiffany King also alleged that in 2017 Cullen tried to pressure her to give him oral sex in exchange for stage time and money and money, fuck's sake.
That's legal in LA, is it not?
What, prostitution? No.
It's illegal.
Is
it's legal here.
It's illegal. Sorry, I thought you said illegal. Fuck's sake. At a time when
legal. That's what I'm saying.
Alright, I don't think so. That she was struggling financially. It was so humiliating. He was somebody I looked up to as a comedian who had control over something I loved. King told The Times. Crazy.
Maybe. I can't say. I would have instantly thought that Brian wasn't big enough to be in that situation where he was controlling stage time. Because he didn't run a club. It seems that in LA, the clubs run who goes on.
Aye, but this is the thing. It's like the Comedy Store's the biggest club, so they just get told and booked by that club. But the other comedians could go to the smaller clubs about there, like the Ice House and stuff like that. They can just go there and get stage time. So Brian could go to the Ice House and say, right, I want stage time. Could you give her stage time as well?
Can he?
Smaller, you can. Brian Carlin can. I can you didn't think he's that big, but in the LA comedy scene, he's pretty big.
Right. Maybe then.
Aye. Again, you didn't probably see Bobby Lee as being that famous either. I would imagine. Andrew Santino?
No, Andrew Santino, no.
No, but he's quite famous.
Right.
And again, it's all relative as well. It compares, just who you've known long enough, you sort of maybe think they're a bit more...
I guess it's part of my thing is that I can't comprehend being in that situation, so I just find it hard to believe.
That's it. Because you think too much niceness of people. as we keep saying.
Aye.
Think too nice of people. And people are fucking...
So here's my thing.
Sometimes.
And my thing is consistent, even if it's a friend.
Aye.
My thing doesn't change. I won't instantly believe the person who's making the claim, but I will outright dismiss them. Equally, I'm not going to outright dismiss the guy, but I'm not going to defend him.
This is the issue. For years and years...
This is where I think Shob and that are failing. Because Shob came out and was like... He was talking as if this is bullshit and I'm going to jump in your defence. You didn't fucking ken. And this is a point... Let me... 2 seconds. Brendan and Josh Summon, the latest Fighter and the Kid, Brendan was saying that it was Brian that was actually the rational one and said, but you didn't care anything about the situation, so why would you come to my defence? And I agree with Brian.
Aye, totally.
Like, shut the fuck up. You've got no idea.
And it's weird that Brian said that.
Aye.
But that's the thing.
But that's a part of where I'm kind of like, oh, aye, fair play to Brian.
It's a thing that just probably over like maybe the past 5-10 years, I would say, that I've gotten out of. Because, again, the 2 sides to every story. I used to just back up my pals, no thinking about it.
Aye. But he's never talked about raping lassies with me.
That's it. That used to be me. That used to be like, I would just back up my pals, no matter what. But when you fucking think about it, you don't care what people are doing behind closed doors.
No idea.
And this 2 sides to every story thing has been much more prominent recently. Prominent. Fucking hell, prominent.
You're an English teacher in Ireland.
I'm like Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee fucks up loads of words all the time. I'm just, fuck's sake. Alright, so just maybe in the past 5-10 years, it's become prominent in my life, at least, just to be like, listen, there is 2 sides. Like, for instance, there's a local guy that's been judged for fucking people over.
Yeah, I ken this guy.
Like in building work and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right, so that he's been highly accused of doing all this stuff.
He's also been highly praised.
Highly praised as well by the other side.
The problem with that is, I will not defend him, but I do have to err on the side of caution and not hire the cunt.
That's
the issue.
So again, 2 sides to every story. You have to take that on board. Because and everybody's going to lie at some point as well. No matter if you're on the right side, you're going to fucking lie.
There's also going to be situations where it's mistaken.
Aye, mistaken lying. That's what I was getting at there.
Oh, right, I see.
They're going to tell you the truth, but they're going to miss things out that makes them look better.
Aye.
So it happens in court. That's exactly why we have that fucking... It's a justice system. Sorry for anybody that's listened to your previous podcast about Black Lives Matter when we've downed them.
When we down Black Lives Matter?
We downed the judicial system.
Oh, right. I thought you went, we were like, fuck Black Lives Matter.
No. Like,
Jesus.
No. Because of the judicial system, evidence is a fucking huge thing.
Aye.
And you need to fucking really prove. But everybody lies as well. They didn't mean it.
Also,
but they have to make the side of the story sound better.
I've made this statement before, and I can't remember if I ever made it on a podcast. But it sucks. It sucks dicks that the most heinous crimes, child molestation and rape, are also among the hardest things to prove.
Aye.
A lot of the time it's 1v1. It's he said, she said.
Aye.
How the fuck are you meant to prove that? So a lot of these people just get away with it.
These things have happened years ago. You can't do fingerprint
that's the thing. In this situation, the thing Brian Callen's been accused of, regardless of whether he done it or not, he's not going to go to prison. There's not going to be any charges coming against him. She's going to have no evidence whatsoever of that.
Aye.
So then he could say, if it ever goes to court, I mean, he could take it to court and he'll be like, well, I was found innocent, so I'm innocent. Doesn't mean he was innocent.
Doesn't mean anything, no.
O.J. Simpson got an innocent claim. So it doesn't mean anything. So we're kind of stuck in that.
Was it if the glove don't quit, you can't acquit or something? Or you can't acquit? No, I can't.
If the glove don't fit, you can't acquit.
Aye.
I reckon.
It was something like that the judge said. No, the judge, the leading prosecutor. Or whatever.
Because there was an actual glove.
Aye.
Right. That makes sense.
That's what all
I reckon. I've not seen the documentary on that.
I've never watched
I just ken that O.J. Simpson's the guy that apparently murdered somebody then got away with it.
Aye.
But again, no idea, no clue. But that's the most abhorrent crimes impossible to prove.
Aye.
That's shitty.
Unless there's murder at the end.
Unless there's murder at the... But then you can't...
Which is shocking.
You can't... You sometimes can't prove they were raped anyway, even if there was murder at the end.
That's it.
The only time, really, you can prove being raped is if it's... Well, first of all, caught on camera.
Well, usually there's like tissue damage and stuff if they've been forcibly raped.
Aye, but then you have to catch it early before it heals.
Good point.
Then you've got a certain amount of time.
Is it going to heal if you die, though? Sure, there's no body healing after you die.
But then you've decomposed after a certain amount of time. Like, there's always the time.
You totally turn into a lentil soup.
Aye. So, I mean, it's shitty as fuck.
Aye.
And I wish that wasn't the case. But it is. So sometimes, like... So in this case, nothing's going to happen to Brian, even if he is guilty. And again, this could be a case of he thinks she didn't think it was rape at the time, but looking back said, that actually is rape. And he's like, no, it wasn't. We were playing. We were fucking about like that. It could be as simple as that.
That's it. That's what happens in a lot of cases.
Or it could not be. And either way, it's not going to change anything.
But either way, he's going to have that on his head. Or at least other comedians and people in the public are going to look at him going,
but equally, she's going to get the same as well.
Aye, fuck aye.
She's going to get a bunch, especially Brian Callen's fans. A lot of them are fucking dickheads. They're going to go, fuck you, bitch, you're a fucking slut. All this.
Aye. And I bet he's not put up a thing just to say, don't abuse these people. They do what I did.
Nah.
That's Brian's perspective, by the way. No me.
Aye.
I wasn't there.
Nah, I don't think he did it.
Nah. He's no told his fans not to do that.
No, that I remember, nah.
Fucking hell. So have you witnessed them doing that?
Well, I've seen them talking about her on comments and stuff, aye.
That would make sense. Totally
fuck that bitch, fuck that whore, that sort of stuff.
She's
doing it for the money. Like,
fucking
I've not seen anybody saying that, in fairness, but I can imagine.
You could imagine. That's one of the fucking horrible, annoying things. Big, horrible fan bases that just like, ride or die.
So that's kind of the problematic situation I'm in. Kind of the issue I've got with Chris D'Elia as well, because there was the claims and then he came back with stuff that kind of saved him a wee bit. A wee bit. But then you still didn't really ken.
But that's the way he wrote it out. It looked like he was. It looks like he'd met her when she was 16, or like she was younger, and he was like she told him she was younger, and he was like, all right, cool, and then messaged her like near enough exactly a year later.
Oh, like see, that's predatory. Shit.
And that's how he said it. He was like, no, I waited. It's like, but no.
He's gone purely by law there.
He's gone purely by law, but it makes it look like he's totally waited for that. Just a year sort of thing. Maybe a week just to put the math cent.
See,
sort of thing.
That's like
filth.
That's pure predator shit. Like he's waited for the law to be exactly right. They can't touch him on that legally. And morally, I can make an argument that that's predatory, and I could also argue that at 18, you're still vulnerable, especially to somebody who's a fucking celebrity.
Oh, fuck aye, defo.
There's still that power dynamic there.
Yeah.
He's just as creepy as if he went with her when she was 16. But you can't do anything.
Think about how mental this is, right? She was quite young. She probably would have been a Justin Bieber fan. And I'm only going by the fact that Justin Bieber loves Crystal.
Are you talking about the
roast?
The roast, aye.
It's the only reason you get bitches.
Aye.
Because I get bitches. Justin Bieber is a fan of D'Elia, so puts a lot of work his way, sort of thing.
Did you just refer to sex as work?
No. No!
Right.
Stop fucking taking shit from my mouth.
That sounded really bad.
No.
He put the work their way like he was selling them these...
Jesus
Christ.
No, that's not what I meant. But I kind of but that's kind of what I mean.
But I get what you mean. He's pushing him as a comedian.
As a comedian, and then the younger fans get in touch with Chris D'Elia, and Chris D'Elia's like, dinner time, sort of thing, Mr. Wolf.
I mean, he's definitely a creep.
He's
definitely a creepy bastard.
See, the thing is, when that came out, I was like, I could see the look of Chris D'Elia.
And then that thing came on Fighter and the Kid. About there was a boy that was abused on Snapchat, and his mum found the Snapchat, and he was like, "What? How did the mum find the Snap? I thought they disappeared."
Yeah.
And then I was Brian Callen was like,
"It's like no.
You could you can get it back. Why would you do that? I mean, you're going to get caught.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Callen was planning shit.
But Crystalia...
Then Crystalia's face, he's like, oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Aye.
My God. I feel like technically it does disappear, but you can get that back quite easily. Or you could well, basically it was snapshots.
You could save it.
You could get a snapshot, aye.
Aye.
And you didn't always, like when you take a snapshot, there's like, why is he doing it? So the other person doesn't know that you've taken a snapshot, sort of thing.
I mean, there's apps. You could download an app.
Basically, oh.
So, aye. I'm not going to name any of the apps. I don't know why you can't say ideas.
No.
Aye, it's fucking... I reckon, man.
Crazy shit, man.
It's just really fucking...
What about fucking Ellen?
Oh, that billion bitch.
Ellen. Ellen cancelled. James Corden might be getting a job.
Folk want to get to Eric Andre. I hate that cunt.
Get rid of her job. Her job is stupid. There's enough talk show hosts. You don't need any
more.
more.
Ellen's a feel-good talk show.
I'll no be Ellen, didn't it anymore. Didn't bother. Didn't get to fucking Eric Andre of all people.
God, he does my fucking
He's shitty. I hate him. I cannot fucking... And he thinks he's fucking hilarious as well. He's just a dumb cunt.
Amateur pricks think he's hilarious as well.
Oh, God, aye. Brian Callen probably finds him funny.
Aye, probably.
Brian Callen's fans.
You know, I'm surprised about how many comedians that I respect, like Dane Cook. I never go into Dane Cook.
There's a certain art to what Dane Cook does.
Right.
But he's...
There's a certain art when a bairn paints the walls in shit.
Dane Cook is like Lee Evans, in a sense. Like, you seen that snake routine? Or the alien routine that it is? Loads of kind of animated movements and stuff like that, less jokes. But he's kind of more Lee Evans style. So, so a lot of the kind of like more wordy comedians like Doug Stanhope didn't respect him in that sense.
Bill Burr names him as one of his favourites. What the fuck is that? What's Bill Burr on about?
Well, see, a lot of
people... Bill Burr friends with him, so he's like, oh
maybe,
shit, maybe
possibly.
I need to be...
Aye, see, a lot of people rubbish Peter Kay. I quite like Peter Kay.
I quite like Peter Kay.
Aye.
I mean, it's obviously family comedy.
Aye, totally. Aye.
There's a wee bit of sweary words in it, but...
Who did we watch who had that fucking... looked like the Joker, the Smiler guy. What was his
Ryan
name?
Hamilton.
Ryan Hamilton. If nobody has seen this guy, right, go into Netflix.
He's fucking brilliant.
It's amazing. Clean comedian. Really clean, but fucking brilliant. Ryan Hamilton. I'm going to try and find it. Ryan Hamilton.
Happy Face.
That makes sense. Aye, Happy Face. Aye. Ryan Hamilton, Happy Face on Netflix. Fucking amazing special, man. Oh, it's great.
I never hear comedians talking about him.
Nah.
That's sad.
That's weird. I've never heard him before until you mentioned him.
No, he just got a Netflix special out. I reckon how he got it. He was on Last Comedian Standing or something. He was on something
Last
like
Comic
that.
Standing.
He was on it with Ralphie May, I'm sure.
That's a well-known comedy show in America.
Right.
We didn't get it here.
So that's why we get these random... That's probably why Elon Gold showed up at one point as well.
Last Comic Standing, and I'm going to check for this, has a number of series. I'm going to check because it's been going for
Ralphie May won it one year or came second or something.
Aye. There's a lot of the LA comedians and stuff that we're used to looking at. Come for that sort of.
Right. Okay.
There you go. Right, 9 seasons of Last Comic Standing. So you've got like, I think you get about like 3 comedians from there every time.
I like that.
Loads of comedians have came for that. Comics. Dat fan Ralphie May. That was the first season. He's not in that one.
Oh, did you know?
No. I'm trying to find it like Alonzo Borden, Kathleen Madigan, quite known, Todd Glass.
Oh, I can Todd Glass. No, personally. But no pals.
Rich Voss has been on it. Todd Glass again. Ralphie May again. What the fuck?
Is that no the finals and semi-finals and stuff?
Oh, shite, aye. No, I'm on season 4 now. Gabriel Iglesias.
What year was that?
2006.
Gabriel. Fuck me. We watched him on that thing with Jeremy Hotz.
But that was like Comedy Central Presents. That was like a half hour of comedians that are like new comedians. So they've been on Last Comic Standing, and then they get that.
That was like 2004. Because that was when we saw Russell Peters and that as well.
Possibly, but Last Comic Standing is just a another show with like fairly well-known comedians get on it.
Right, okay.
But not that well-known. Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias and shit. Fucking Eliza Schlesinger.
Right,
Always
okay.
struggle with her name. Some pretty fucking big names there, though. Pretty good. We should probably keep talking.
Aye. They should do something like that in the UK.
It would be great to see that.
There's a lot of really good UK comedians.
Well, I think the UK's got a good enough platform as it is. Like, no, the now through COVID, but the platform, actually, no.
The chat shows, they didn't hate the same types of chat shows.
Nah, it's slightly different setups. But they've not got panelist shows, like Never Mind the Bus.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about.
And their talk shows are completely different as well.
Aye.
Compared to like.
Why have we not got panel shows? That's mental, eh?
It's mental because Jimmy done one for America, but he done it on Netflix. And I think it's no got amount the biggest. I haven't even watched it actually. I haven't even seen it yet. But
it would have been Americanised. It'll be like Distraction. It'll be some shit.
I'm going to try and watch it because it sounds interesting. Because I think panel shows are like a brilliant thing to like introduce new comedians.
I think they're fucking brilliant, eh?
Well, that's where everybody on Mock the Week has gotten bigger through the years.
Larry Dean is starting to get huge because he was on Mock the Week.
Exactly. Well, actually, Larry Dean got big on.
I couldn't go big in Australia.
No, it was Michael McIntyre's thing.
But he was doing big.
Oh no, that was Kevin Bridges, wasn't it?
That was Kevin Bridges.
Kevin Bridges. Just think of the fucking growth for Kevin Bridges. He was on Michael McIntyre's Comedy Underworld. Comedy Underground or some shit like that, anyway.
Comedy
Roadshow, fucking hell. I'm thinking
Daryl McIntyre's. Criminal Underworld.
Aye.
That's a different show.
Same thing with comedians. Just going to look at
hard comedians. Similar content matter. Content matter.
Aye.
Subject matter? I reckon. Who gives a fuck?
Kevin Bridges done like a fucking 10-minute set or something.
Something like that.
And he's become absolutely fucking huge just through the back
of that. To be fair, Hannibal Buress.
Live with Apollo and stuff as well.
Hannibal Buress came there and done Russell Howard's show.
Aye, that was in a good platform as well. That's the way now. But
saying that, maybe he was huge in America first and it was just his breakthrough in the UK.
I had a Hannibal Buress, no to be a hipster here, but...
in 2002 when I was friends with him. We used to play World of Warcraft together.
He's on the Stand Comedy Club podcast.
Right, okay.
He would have had like sort of new and upcoming comedians, so I've heard like Hannibal Buress on that. Before he was on like Richard Howard. Richard Howard?
Richard Howard, mate.
What's his fucking name again? Howard. Russell Howard. That's it, fucking Richard Howard.
Just Richard Hammond and Russell Howard mixed up.
Nearly finished the half bottle, that's me fucked.
But Hannibal Buress is good.
Really good. Right, it looks like Chris isn't going to get in touch now, so...
No, fuck him.
Play a tune, come back.
Ah.
Okay, right. What have we got next? We've got Maisy by Aaron Wright.
Truth be told, I told you maybe. I know them lies betrayed me, and I know that they'll betray you too. Someone claimed that it was tragic. Nah, them nights were magic. And quite lethargic too. I said, Maisy, do you remember whispering to me how it was crazy, how I'd been blind to see my love. Wherever you go, I'm going to. Making love will make your love sick. I know it's hard to track it, but I know that it is coming soon. The trick is not to go and find it. Nah, you undermined it. And it comes looking for you. I said, Maisy, do you remember whispering to me how it was crazy, how I'd been blind to see my love. Wherever you go, I'm coming to. A distant drone of times behind me, Cling on to what reminds me, fool on of what I put you through. A sorry song will never fix it, but Maisy might have been it. For now, that's a hard one to prove. Maisy, do you remember whispering to me how it was crazy, how I'd be blind to see my love. Wherever you go, I'm going. Maisy, do you remember whispering to you how it was crazy, we hadn't met so soon. I know. Wherever you go, I'm going to. Maisy, do you remember whispering to me how it was crazy, that I'd be blind to see my love. Wherever you go, I'm going to.
It was a fantastic Aaron Wright with Maisy. Excellent tune. So we're drinking tonight, which is weird.
I mean,
for the
I'm
first
pissed,
time.
mate.
Aye, for the first. No, you can't be. I might be, but you can't be.
I've drank as much liquid as you.
Have you?
Easy. I've easily drank as much liquid as you.
Fair enough. I'm on the El Dorado the night though.
That's what I mean.
A wee half bottle of El Dorado.
Aye, but my liquid is less power.
A lot less better.
So I've drank the same amount of liquid.
This fucking magical elixir from Scotland, El Dorado. Got to big these guys up, by the way. Mind when I had a first sip earlier and I fucking complained about the orange peel taste.
Orange, dude!
And I was like, oh, this is fucking disgusting, I hate it. Actually starting to enjoy it. Then it's gone down bra.
Come on, I do like the colour.
Aegis tonic wines.
No, the colour, contrast in colour.
Right.
It's a green bottle and a white lid. It doesn't
Yeah, it's a bit weird one.
make it a dark colour.
Well, they've basically copied everything about Buckfast and tried to make their own Scottish version, which is a great idea. I have to get to the boys for that. They've thought...
Or girls.
Well,
You fucking sexist bastard.
Well, transphobic. Just assuming gender there. But no, the idea to make like a Scottish version of Buckfast and to come out at the time of COVID, I reckon how long it's actually been out, but I heard of them during COVID.
It's been out for years, isn't it?
Has it? Shit, fuck knows. Well, I just never seen it anywhere. But I see Scotland's own and everything here. The branding is fucking brilliant. The idea to bring out a Scottish version of Buckfast is fantastic. Scotland's own El Dorado. Why call it El Dorado though? Because it's...
I reckon, that's a weird...
Well, this is... What I read up about it is originally a Spanish drink. It's a Spanish tonic wine originally. But they bought the rights for the recipe and stuff. And started to sell it here.
Fucking losers.
So aye, that's why it's called El Dorado.
Can we speak to the cunts that make it?
Nope.
You
No
tried?
contact details.
None at all.
I went onto their website to find contact details. And their Facebook page. Which they've not got a Facebook page. So...
Oh man, that's pish.
Terrible. I would love to get a hold of them and speak to them. Because it's decent as well. Even during COVID, I was like, I'm an avid Buckfast drinker, which makes me sound sound like a cunt. But I did get used to drinking that. It was quite good. Quite good.
Same in No Danger. I was gutted when No Danger disappeared.
No Danger. That was the first I was hearing about that when we went to. Was it Watsky or Rugged Man?
I think it was Watsky because it was after. No, it must have been Rugged Man.
Because we were wrecked.
We were wrecked.
We got up
there.
there
Again, we were a bit wrecked for Watsky as well.
A wee bit.
It was one. Emma was there.
Rugged Man. That was that one.
Rugged Man.
Aye. I was cunted. Because I go outside and I was ready to spew. Like on the way to the Rugged Man gig. Because we went up to it like... I've specifically paid for the hotel so we can get in early, before 3 o'clock. The gig didn't start till 10. So we'd been drinking pretty much all fucking... Like, we started drinking the minute we got in. Or I think we might have got McDonald's first.
No, I think we did.
Do we not?
I think we walked straight down. We had vodka, because we had just got extra money for Christmas.
We went into the hostel, and then we went for a McDonald's. I didn't say we went for a McDonald's
You must have brought McDonald's back, because I never left the room.
I think I might have, because McDonald's is just across the road for the place. So I think that's what happened.
Right.
Because that's what we usually do. Any hotel we're in, there's usually McDonald's quite close by.
There is that, yeah.
So we went and done that. That was a great day. And then we seen this like energy drink in the fridge, and because
we were looking for someone to drink the vodka with. Because we had vodka.
Because we were going to go into a shop on the way past, but we totally forgot to get juice. We're like, fuck it, we'll get whatever that danger shit is. Brilliant stuff, man.
I think it was just because of the name.
Aye. I wonder if it was any good. Well, it's sort of fucking business now.
It's business, aye.
And I found it.
Well, it was good enough that we didn't stop drinking it. We just had, it was fucking
we kept going,
pathetic.
because we bought a couple of tins, I think, originally at the beginning. And then we just kept going down for more all the time. So we just kept getting it. And it was probably double the price in the fucking vending machine. Would you say it was probably like extra priced?
It was probably about £2.
A tin.
A tin, aye.
Fuck's sake. We're fucking idiots, but we didn't have juice, so fuck
But
it.
we had just been given money.
Aye.
Mind that it was just past Christmas and we had a late
We got
Christmas money.
Aye, that was amazing.
Aye.
Because we got to the hotel that day and we're like, basically we'd got in and we'd, I think we paid for the rooms that day.
Aye.
And then we went back to the room and we're like, right, we've got this for the gig. We've got this for like drinking wise at the gig.
Aye.
What's all this?
Aye.
And I was like, how do we have that much extra? Because I remember we taking too much money out and we were supposed to give some back.
Aye.
But you're like, we've got all this. And I was like, well, what? Well, some of that's to go back to mum.
Aye.
And you were like, no.
I've already counted that.
I've already counted that.
That's in my pocket.
Now we had like an extra 80 quid or something like that. It was like,
I think it was made 100.
There you go. Just so much extra money. And we're like, where the fuck did that come from? We totally forgot
That
we got money.
Aye. So we had like 100 quid and we had already bought the alcohol.
Aye, it was amazing.
Oh, mate.
What a day.
Then there was no fridge or anything. It was a shit cheap hotel. Like there was, so we just filled up the sink full of water and just shoved all the tins into there.
That was great because like, Emma went to her hotel to sort of settle in.
Aye, she's too fucking good to stay at the hotel we were staying at.
Aye, but the hotel round the road, like, mind you, your hotel offered breakfast and shit as well.
Aye.
I was hanging the next day though.
Hell out of breakfast, mate.
Aye.
We missed the breakfast, didn't we?
No.
We were too late.
No, we went for the breakfast.
Did we?
But I was hanging. I couldn't eat it. I went down and the one she put, because she done a thing with the haggis, right? She sort of lifted it out because it was the tinned haggis I think they had, and she scooped it out, and she fucking went like slapped it on the plate.
I think you're mixing this up with another date because there was a date you were DJing where you were wrecked as well, and you had that issue. I'm pretty sure the day we were talking about, we thought breakfast was lasting an hour, and we went in as if they had left.
Alright.
We were the last two people there, and so we just got sort of the dregs of what was left.
Alright.
And it was not a lot.
Damn.
That was their fault though. We fucked that.
Oh, no,
she got a continental breakfast outside her room or something, like a bag of food.
Aye, she got a bag of food.
I feel like I preferred our one.
Aye, totally. No. Like a late kind of scratch.
Because the bit hard probably cost about as much as their one as well.
Probably, aye. It was a cheap one as well, but it was like roughly kind of the same price. Pretty decent, but it's a better hotel, I think. Ours was the hostel. We were at the hostel, so it was just a hostel. You didn't get a particularly great bed. Or anything.
I feel like we're now just talking too much about our hotel.
Aye. What the fuck were we going to do? Aye, I was going to do this.
So this is why you shouldn't do a podcast when you're drunk.
That's what happens. It's an interesting conversation, though.
It's not.
It's not.
We were super fucking drunk then, though.
Oh, aye. That was great. Good times.
Shouts to Watsky as well.
Oh, aye.
Got his tits out in that.
That was great.
Started shagging the roof.
It was beautiful. Aye. So aye. Let's. You want to go ahead, Mark Norman? Will I pause it now and again, or you just want to hear it?
Let's ask the people. Do they want us to pause it?
Nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything. So what do we do?
We'll just play it and see how it goes.
Right. Okay.
Because it's funny enough as it is. We'll enjoy it.
Welcome back here to New Day, Cleveland. It is time for a little bit of a laugh. We need comedian Mark Normand in our lives. He'll be here at Hilarities this weekend. So welcome here into the studio. It's good to have you here.
Hey, good to be here. It's a pleasure. I'm a little hungover, a little gay, but just glad to be here with you, sister.
I appreciate you saying that. I'm very happy to be here with you, too.
All right. Sorry, just hiding my erection. This is great.
I know you just left Slyman's.
Yeah, I had Slyman's, so I'm really going to be on the toilet later. But, boy, best corned beef in the Midwest, if you ask me.
It's delicious. It's the size of your head.
Yeah, and I ate way too much, but at least everybody there was very attractive.
That's good.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
But good grub there. Whew, still hurting.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I've been farting it up in the green room, and I think I scared.
That's why the door was shut.
Yeah.
To our little smaller green room.
Exactly.
You were just trying to be polite.
We call it hot boxing. Really soaking it all in, because the smell of your own farts, for some reason, is enjoyable. If you farted, it'd be weird. But if I fart, I enjoy it. I don't know why.
Is that a guy thing?
Maybe.
Because I feel like you would hear, no woman would ever say something like that.
No, you guys are more of maybe a queefing.
Oh my gosh!
But,
okay, well,
is that clean?
We're 10 a.m. TV. I mean,
oh, sorry, 10 a.m. You've up, you had your coffee, and your meth, or who knows what. So we're all adults here.
So you live in New York City now, but you're from New Orleans.
Yeah, wow, well done. You read my Grindr bio.
I was looking you up, yes.
Yeah.
And I know that we were talking about Cleveland sports here, but I know for you guys and your Saints that was difficult. I'm sorry to bring that up, but I know that was tough.
Brutal. We really thought we had it. New Orleans, all we do is drink and go to strip clubs, so we really needed this win, but no dice. Right there.
So close.
Yeah.
There's always next year, right?
I guess, but we get one of these every, century, and that was our shot. Drew Brees, you blew it.
So, but you live in New York now, though. So, living in New York City, and is it true that did you just recently move in with a lovely lady?
I bought a place. I moved in with a lady, an Alexa.
Alexa is your lady. Oh,
yeah. She keeps track of everything, and she gets mad when I talk to Siri. Bought my place. I own a piece of the Rock in Manhattan. It's the only thing my parents have been proud of that I've done. I've done The Tonight Show, Conan, Colbert, Comedy Central, but when I bought my apartment, that's when they actually started answering my phone calls. But hey, that's why I'm a comedian, because I got to get love somewhere. Whoops, sorry, is that a Me Too? All right.
I can handle it. So, but for you, you're young. So getting into this business
don't crack.
Getting into this business and
I'm 35, not that young. But, not on the Viagra yet. Or am I? Who knows? I like to snort it. Kicks in quicker.
Oh, boy. I think that's my cue to just wrap this up.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, Mark Norman's going to be at Hilarities tonight you're there through Saturday?
Yes, please.
Okay, so he's there through Saturday. If you have a sense of humor like this, you want to get down and you want to enjoy some more comedy from him, go see him. The food's great.
Yeah, food is good. It's a great club. Pickwick and Frolic.
You got it, buddy.
I think is the name. And,
yes.
It's right on that weird strip, but if you go past that, you're going to get killed.
Yeah, you will be fine. You will be fine. Thank you for coming in.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
And I'll call you later.
Okay.
Just a fine display of taking the piss. It's amazing. For those that don't know, it's a fairly popular show for people in the Cleveland area, seemingly. It's like This Morning Cleveland or something like that. And fucking, there's a local comedy club, the one they mentioned. A lot of the comedians that are sort of booked for those weekends go on that show. The owner of the show sort of makes them go on that programme. The owner of the club makes them go on that programme to do a wee talk. And Mark Norman was hungover, and he figured out, I'll try and push the boat out a wee bit. I'll try and kind of take the piss. And he done a fucking fantastically sarcastic job.
Indeed.
He's
It's beautiful. Because she had no idea how to deal with that.
She genuinely struggled.
Fair play to her, though.
Like as much as we could say that she struggled slightly,
we would have struggled with that.
I didn't think so. I would have I actually do think, though, that if we did have Mark Norman on, we might struggle a wee bit, because we're not as funny.
Nowhere near.
And
oh, man, he's so fucking quick-witted.
Oh, he's amazing.
We're not comedian. I feel like you need to be a comedian, like a professional, like, you've been through the mill comedian.
Oh,
like, you've had tough gigs, you've bombed.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done any of that. I've never been on a stage.
Yeah.
You need to have some field training before you deal with Mark Norman, because he's so fucking amazingly quick.
So quick. He's quite amazing to watch. I'll try and finish.
And she is not quick. So. She's a morning host.
It's I think it's called Out to Lunch.
What I feel like should happen is that shows like that should find a local comedian to do it.
Aye.
That would be brilliant.
Well, that's why the comedy club actually makes the sort of known comedians go and do it, because it's great for the show for the show later on. Aye, it's a Mark Norman full special Out to Lunch on YouTube. He thought that should be a great idea. He couldn't get it on Netflix or anything like that, so he was like, "Fuck it, I'll put it on YouTube."
That's mental that he couldn't get it on Netflix though.
Aye, it's not big enough name.
Who's heard of Elon Gold?
Who's heard of Ryan Hamilton?
Exactly.
That's the thing. It must be just complete fucking luck of the draw. To be fair, Daniel Sloss, I don't know how we got that.
You got 2, 3.
Aye, totally. Aye, 3.
What's he got
That's
now?
fucking 3,
3
I think,
now?
altogether, aye. How he got it, I didn't ken, and Mark Norman struggled.
Aye. There again, they are trying to pour the UK comedy stuff has been phenomenal, and because it's funded by Netflix, it's just on all the Netflix platforms. So they are pushing UK comedians in the UK, but it just so happens that it's worldwide. So that's kind of what happened there. But also, Sloss has been on Conan
and all that stuff, aye.
There again, he said that he's been on Conan and that as well.
Conan's been on Mark a few times, but Mark's been on Conan a few times.
So
on the show,
he totally has. But like that's there again. Maybe it's a very niche type of comedy that Mark Norman does. I love it though. I fucking love it.
It's fucking great. It's so it doesn't get a fuck either.
It's just punchline after punchline as well.
It's great.
Whereas a lot of my other favourite comedians like Louis C.K. and Bill Burr and that they all do stories. He's
like the first comedian that I put it on when we were having breakfast.
Right.
Because I've known Mark Norman for a while. And I was like, personally,
pals,
good pals. So I put it on like while we were having breakfast, and just watching you laughing. I've got this fucking horrible thing that probably annoys you, but I like to put comedians on and then sort of side eye fuck.
I have noticed. Trying to eat my Weetabix.
And I'm sort of looking at it going, is he enjoying this? I done it with Chris.
There's my fucking nothing.
I done it with Chris De Stefano the other day, the Mafia dad guy. Did you like him?
Yeah.
Not as good as Mark Norman.
Nobody's. I mean, really,
because you went straight up the stair and you were like fucking Mark Norman doing it up.
Aye.
And it seems.
Aye.
Because you're like heavy on Mark Norman now. You're like on the podcast and shit.
I'm on his podcasts and
he's got his own podcast. You can that?
No, I didn't. I couldn't that.
He's got a podcast. I'll find it.
It's not on Spotify.
It's
or maybe it is, and I didn't look properly.
Maybe not. Mark Norman podcast.
Well, he's on all things comedy as well, isn't he?
Might well be. Aye.
They've all got fucking podcasts.
Tuesdays with Stories. It's called.
Nice.
It's on YouTube.
When's that released?
I'm going to go on his page.
Tuesdays, probably.
Probably. Aye. Makes sense. Tuesdays with Stories. There you go, aye. Mark Norman, Tuesdays with Stories.
Who's he going this week?
Wait a minute. That's like somebody else.
You fucked it.
No, but somebody said it was Mark. Well, I typed in Mark Norman there, and Mark Norman Tuesdays with Stories is what I heard it was. Not Mark Norman podcast Tuesdays with Stories.
Huh.
There you go. That's his page there. Awesome.
Hi, I'm Joe List, and this is Mark.
It's aye. Oh, Mark Norman and Joe List. He had the Joe List.
Aye.
I
did hear about that actually.
Aye. So I'm going to click subscribe right now, son.
Cool.
Video podcast as well, didn't you ken that?
Can we get back to talking about stuff?
What were you wanting to talk about?
You know, got the stories?
No, not really.
Just at that point,
SQA.
We had just been talking about you subscribing to somebody's YouTube channel.
Aye, totally, aye. But the SQA right now is under fire. Under absolute fucking fire right now for basically being... Because the way it's been put forward is that they've given people in like more affluent communities better grades, and the people in lower communities, I mean, it's not exactly that, but they've nearly done that, is what it looks like. Pretty much. Nah. Right, could you explain a bit?
It's that they've degraded more affluent areas grades by a lower amount than they've degraded poorer areas.
Right.
So every area has been degraded. But it also does look like that the assumptions of grades were way higher than previous years' results. So it seems that people have been more willing to guess people are better than previous years.
Right.
And so automatically people are going to get degraded. That's not really the issue. The issue is how they've degraded it. And that they've degraded it based on locations and stuff.
That's fucking horrific. You can't do that, yeah.
And so the assumption being that more affluent areas are going to have better grades because they do. But you've got smaller classrooms, you've got more private tutoring, you've got I don't care what else. But
you do also have those kind of random whiz kids they should have high grades and haven't got them.
Aye.
For the
so you're going to get that, but then my issue is that you're also going to have people who done really terrible but got a better grade because it was averaged. But that's not being talked about either. So
they're just concentrating on the negative as the press does.
Aye. But although saying that, that's not exactly a positive either.
No, not at all.
But I didn't really ken how to... I feel like it was just a bad way to go about it, the way they've graded them. Why did they not just go off prelim? Because then you could argue that, but if they went off prelim, what have you done better in your exams than you done in the prelims, like I done in English? But then, that sucks, but you should also get a chance to retake it if that's an issue and you feel like you would have done better in the actual exam.
Because did they not say they make the prelims specifically harder? So that makes your exams a wee bit easier, sort of thing. Takes a wee bit less stress away. Yeah, that's what we got told when we were at school.
That could just be to make you feel better.
To make you feel better, aye.
I don't see why they would do that.
Aye. It does sound like they would tell you in nits, like, oh, they go to the nice hair. Aye. Just a wee softener for you.
That sounds like bullshit, aye.
That's it, right. So I fell for that
you did.
For a long time.
Hook, line and sinker.
Aye. Dumbass. Absolute dumbass.
So,
Sorry, that's not good. Again, we missed a lot of that in the conversation earlier with Michaela.
We sort
of sideswiped it.
I mean, we spoke for a good hour after the podcast as well. We basically done another podcast after the podcast.
As always happens.
Which was equally interesting. Especially since there was a lot of stuff that she couldn't say on the podcast anyway. So it was obviously going to be more interesting.
I feel like those conversations are more interesting. They're like specifically just for us. But even with David as well. Because we forgot to mention this, David Alexander and co-leader of the council. We had him in.
The only person who's been upgraded since we interviewed him. Everybody else lost their job.
And he admitted in the podcast it was us.
He did.
He did, so there you go.
He said it was purely due to BTN Media's helpful podcasting.
So if you want to come on, if anybody wants to come on and win stuff.
Because now we're on a streak. Ali Sutty won.
Good.
David Alexander won. And became a council co-leader. So we're on a fucking streak right now.
And Mrs. Sullivan will be head teacher by next year.
She will be.
Off Leavemouth. No, it'll be Beith
Academy.
Found out Mr. Belford, the teacher we fucking hated to death, is now a head teacher in Glenwood and Glenrothes. That sickens me.
A wee bit.
And his underling, his wife, his underling. I just snorted there. That's the first time I've done it for a while. His wife is the
deputy head or something.
Deputy head of Leavemouth.
Is that right? Was it
Academy? Leavemouth Academy. I think she said it was. Incredible.
That's mental. She was my French teacher. She was a guidance teacher as well.
And Irish French teacher.
No, she wasn't.
No, what did she do again?
She was Northern Irish. And she will have fucking...
Sorry, is there issues in Ireland?
I keep vaguely hearing
Was there?
of these. They've got these occasional troubles.
I mean, troubles doesn't seem like a bad thing.
No, it's just the occasional disagreement.
Aye, that's something like we're having troubles. Call it something better.
Thankfully, it's no made its way quite out of Scotland yet.
Aye,
But
definitely has. And a fucking much less.
But I remember that
in a disco.
We'd say Irish, and they'd say she would be like
Northern Irish.
Northern Irish.
Aye. Sit down. Nah, that was pretty much the thing.
Racist.
Sit down. Nah, how's that racist?
Racist.
No, it's not.
You gotta be like, all Northern Irish people will speak like this.
They do. That's literally their accent.
No, it's not. There's different
Sit down now.
A lot of the travellers are for Northern Ireland.
I'm not going to do a
you can't
traveller's
understand
accent.
a single word they say. So they didn't Austin like that.
I feel like
can
that's
understand
racist
that.
because gypsies are a race of people.
Aye, they are. And you can't understand a fucking word they're saying.
Racist.
No, just the Irish ones. But that's, again, shaming.
No, that's them all. I mean, we had one come to the door the other day. Glaswegian one. Did he care what he was fucking saying?
That was also no proven to be a traveller.
Oh, shit, aye, sorry, aye.
Aye, so you're being racist again.
Aye.
I was in a caravan with
Yet
travellers
again.
years ago, and they were just...
Why? Would they try to sell you drugs?
They were smoking drugs
Smoking drugs.
and listening to the Proclaimers, and they were sound.
For a laugh, though.
One of them was for Buckhaven. Didn't he stay in Buckhaven? He sort of decided wherever he wanted at that point.
I actually feel worse that it was for Buckhaven.
But they were sound as fuck. I've got
Aye.
no issues whatsoever with
This is the
travellers.
thing,
I like it.
Were the drunken stuff as well?
No.
Because this is the usual issue that you hear about gypsies, like in local areas, are that they get drunken and cause fights. But I feel
Every fight I've heard about one and here has been caused by the people that stay here.
yes, because they hear that gypsies are there and they're like, "Oh, are you a gypsy?" And then the gypsies get angry. Imagine that. Imagine them getting angry about you just going, "Oh, you're a fucking gypsy, are you?" Then they get angry. And then they get the downside of that.
Because they kick the shit out of them.
Because they're actually fighters and they're from mental fucking areas where they have to fight. Just every argument they have, like, cool, let's see a fight. Let's finish the argument here.
Let's have a bare knuckle boxing match. Not just a fight where your dad's there and he'll stop it once you get on the ground. Let's get our fucking...
Get to the point where you have to shake hands at the end, and the shake hands, like, cool, that's that problem solved.
Once their guy's got his fucking nose mangled, that's where they come from. You are not going to go down with your Ned pals and smash a bunch of gypsies. They are going to kick the living shit out of you and not even flinch.
And I feel like that's where the fucking animosity comes from.
Fair play to them. Big ups to gypsies, man.
Aye. Because
I reckon if gypsies is a bad word or not.
I'm not sure, actually, myself.
Let's just say travellers.
Let's say travellers. We'll do that for now on. But I have heard that, like, all these stories about fucking travellers turning up to different pubs, and even the Windsor. Stuff like that. There was travellers turned up to, like, the Swan one that I heard about. And again, I was told that they would cause fights, but I'm assuming with the fucking type of people that go in the Swan.
Oh, 100%.
I'm assuming with the type of people.
100% I'm on the traveller side right now.
Aye. I'm assuming with the type of people, and I've DJ'd in there a bunch of times, I like the place. But there are arseholes that go in. And they know they're a fucking arseholes.
And especially if you're different.
Aye, fuck aye.
If a brown person goes in there, there's going to be something said.
Oh, fuck aye, definitely.
If a gay person goes in there, there's going to be something said.
It happens all the time. And it's that small town mentality that you can't be touched because you're from a small town.
And I'm the hardest in this small town.
Aye, the level of, like, people thinking they're solid for a shitty area. It's like shut the fuck up.
What's even the basis of you being the hardest in that town?
I don't ken.
Have you? I guarantee the hardest in every single town is somebody that's not fucking known.
Aye,
it'll be somebody that
he's learning MMA.
He's learning MMA, and nobody speaks to him because he just keeps his set with his cell because he's too busy fucking learning how to kill.
I'm wondering if we're saying this right. People that learn MMA are actually harder than real people in real life, right? That's
no weird. That's
that's the weird. But I'm guaranteeing there's people for shitty areas like this that are going, fuck off. I'm fat. I'm fucking. I've got more weight behind me.
I could put. You've got no idea.
I've got no clue. It's fucking mad.
It fucking blows my mind. There was a.
I love Kenway at times, but I fucking hate the mentality.
No, I love Kenway. I love the people that are liking Kenway. But there's also people that are dickheads and everything.
Again, it's a small town mentality that comes from
what I love
these shitty
is
areas, man.
I watched Idris Elba on. No, it wasn't Idris Elba. It was a. Michael J. White.
Oh, I totally. Aye.
And he was asked by Vlad if he thinks he would win in a fight with Bruce Lee.
Aye.
And he said, yes, obviously. I would obviously win that fight.
Is he like a mixed martial arts fighter? And
He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's
Is he
done
right?
kickboxing.
I thought he was just an actor.
He's also done bullshit like wushu.
Wushu.
Like the movie, movie Kung Fu stuff. He's also done that, which looks cool as fuck.
It looks great.
It's super ineffective in a fight, and he's admitted that, which is why he does Muay Thai and kickboxing, jiu-jitsu and karate and stuff like that. Legit. And he was like, yes, of course I would obviously kick the shit out of Bruce Lee, because Bruce Lee done his own Kung Fu, but he did also make a mixed martial art, if you want to call it that. But he was a movie fighter. Like, he wasn't a trained fighter, whereas he's trained with MMA fighters and stuff like that.
And he was really thin, so he would have been a lower
also
weight class.
the weight class
is a huge difference.
Aye. But,
which people didn't take into consideration.
But even in the DJ Vlad comments on him explaining this, because the first time it was just a passive, yes, obviously I would win that fight. But the second time he broke it down and explained why, and people were like, nah man, I've seen him doing these kicks.
Up.
Shut your fucking mouth.
What did Vlad say? Because Vlad's a fucking tube as well.
He was like, yeah.
I feel like he doesn't believe him.
Vlad, I'll talk shit all day about how Lil Wayne's is a good lyricist, is
it's fucking
self-titled or whatever bullshit. But that's a subject I think DJ Vlad's going to try and go into.
Probably.
I think DJ Vlad is willing to say that Bruce Lee would kick Michael J. White's ass. Because Michael J. White is sitting there and can obviously kick your ass.
There you go. It's mad.
But
the world's gone crazy, son.
But people that just didn't understand. They didn't understand.
They didn't get it.
I know I can't fight. So I didn't pretend that I'm going to, but ironically I do. But I know in my heart that if I'm in a fight, I have about 6 seconds of a fight in me.
6 seconds of good fighting.
I need to win. Not even good fighting, just 6 seconds of fighting. If
6
I get in a fight,
6 seconds of swimming towards the opponent.
Windmilling.
Aye.
So here's my thing. If I'm ever like jumped or somebody says, fight me right now or die, my technique is to win the fight within 6 seconds, like either by grabbing them and luckily getting them in a choke, because I can choke people if I get it. If they let me get it, I could win. Or a guillotine, or get a lucky punch. I have 6 seconds to win that fight, or I'm losing it in 7. That I feel like that's my thing.
Anytime after 7 sort of thing.
And 999 times out of 1,000, I'm losing in the 7 seconds.
Because it's really hard to get a choke.
Aye, so
straight
it's
for a fist
impossible.
fight. Straight for a fist fight. It's really hard
in
to get
6 seconds, it's impossible.
Especially with the kind of we're really untrained.
So I'm never winning a fight. Is basically what I'm saying.
Aye, there you go. I think that's a great bombshell to end.
Aye.
Just stealing Jeremy Clarkson's shit there, but that's fine. I feel like that's alright today.
Aye, well, I'm going to get pissed.
Same here, mate. I've got an bottle of Buckfast in the fridge though. Boom ting. Okay.
The Buckfast are Eldorado though.
That's actual Buckfast. Actual human drink. So we'll end right there. Quite gutted about Chris. I'm actually really annoyed at him.
Fuck you, Chris.
We've been talking about no being able to smash people, but I think I could smash him.
Both of us together.
I've
got the 6 seconds.
I'm going to smash him like.
If I use my 6 seconds to distract them, and you get him in a choke.
Fuck aye. There you go. Right.
I reckon we could do that.
Right, Chris, we're on our way. I'm going to smash you.
Well, we can't because I'm drunk. I'm not driving through.
Bus it up, mate.
Get your mask on.
Busting it dies out and shit. Hey, no smash, Chris. Right. Well, you never came on our podcast and everybody listens to. Oh no.
Could you imagine if you actually went through with that?
Right, you.
Right.
No, because I think we'd turn up and be like, alright, how you getting?
You're a dick.
Aye.
Can't shake his hand, COVID.
Oh, fuck off. Gloves. Or, I mean, we're sitting...
End.
Aye. We'll just finish there. This is Mountains and Oceans by Borrowed Books. Peace out.
Peace out.
Trains and enemies and the friends of my enemies. I